Hi, everyone, and thanks for joining again. I'm your host, Cynthia Jones, and welcome back to the Profitable Business Mindset Summit, where we are learning tips and strategies and confidence on how to build your confidence, on how to progress to that next level, how to design the life that you so desire. And today we have the honor of having with us Valerie Zumwalt. She is a human behavior consultant. She works with human potential. She helps moms and entrepreneurs unlock their greatness and coaches them embrace or sometimes replace their wiring to grow from their efforts. So please welcome Valerie Zumwalt. Hello.
Hi, Cynthia. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to get to talk to you today.
Great, great. So is it possible for you just to tell us a little bit about you?
Yeah, I would love to. So, I am a speaker, trainer, and coach on personal growth and communication and leadership. I like to think of the work that I do. I am a mindset shifter. And in fact, I help moms and entrepreneurs. I help high achievers in whatever area of life they want to be high achievers stand up to their own self-judgment, discover their unique wiring strengths, and put their dreams into action. So I know we've got a great group of folks who are exactly in that camp today. I want to help them do that. Personally, I am a mama. I have a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old. So we have some
Wow,
noise
busy,
in our
busy.
house. And yeah, and I think I honestly believe and teach parenting is the most important leadership we do. And so it starts with ourselves, it starts with what we're teaching in our own homes, and then how that also shows up in our businesses as well. So I'm excited to talk about this today.
Wow, wow. So you said something about mind shift, which is what this summit is definitely about. So how do you believe we develop our mindsets? And then how do we, maybe just one tip or trick, how we begin to make that shift to the mindset that you want to have? Because I know, like you said, a lot of times we don't have the confidence, we don't have that self-belief that we can do what we say we can do. And meanwhile, that is the very thing that is holding us back from accomplishing what we desire.
Exactly, exactly. So I just want to kind of maybe start with what is a belief? Right? Where do these beliefs come from? What is a limiting belief? But really, in general, what is a belief? So the way I define it is that a belief is a thought that's repeated over and over until it's accepted as true. Right? So what does that mean? So that means if I look outside, my window right now, and I say the sky is purple, that's a
Mhm.
thought. That's a
Yes,
thought.
yes,
Okay.
yes,
I repeat it over and over and over and over.
yes,
Eventually, I start to believe it's true. It
yes,
doesn't mean that it's right. It
yes.
doesn't mean that it is capital T true.
Uh,
I just believe it's true.
yes.
So a thought repeated over and over until it's accepted as true is what makes our beliefs. So
Wow.
these things can be, positive. Certainly, our those beliefs can be
Wow.
positive. But the way I
Mhm.
usually do them in my work is it usually sounds like when you make a mistake, or when I make a mistake, and I say something like, "I'm so stupid."
Yes, yes.
And you say that over and over, and
Right,
it's accepted as true. Right? So
right.
it sounds like things like, "I'm so stupid," "I'm clumsy," and those sound harmless enough. But what about things like money doesn't grow on trees, or money comes from hard work, or the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, right? What
Right.
does that mean for me? Right?
Hmm.
Or I hear this much, I don't like sales. I'm not smart enough. I
Hmm.
don't have the money. I don't have the time. Right?
Hmm. Hmm.
I'm too big. I'm too small.
Mm, mm,
Or we limit ourselves. I'm just a mom.
mhm,
I'm just a millennial. Fill in the blank. I'm
mhm,
just whatever. Or I'm
mhm.
not good at, right? Fill in the blank. So, and I've dealt with all of those personally at one time or another. Not only with my clients, but personally. I mean, that list was easy for me to come up with. Right?
Yes, yes,
And I could make pages and pages of lists of them.
yes.
Right? So where does this come from?
Mm-hmm.
What I've learned, what I believe, is that these foundational beliefs really come from about the age of 2 to 7. This is why I'm so passionate about working with mamas. So what's been fascinating to me, and this is out of work on the biology of belief
Mm-hmm.
by Dr. Bruce Lipton, basically he teaches that kids from the age of 2 to 7 are in the same state of hypnosis. So just
Wow.
like you and I were hypnotized.
Uh-huh.
So anything we suggest to kids between the ages of 2 and 7, they just download as truth. And oftentimes they're repeated over and over again in our household, right? Money doesn't grow on trees.
Yes,
Be careful.
yes,
All
yes.
those things that we teach our kids.
Mm-hmm.
And we got them from our parents too, right? And so the rich get richer, the poor get poorer.
Yes.
What the value of an education and all those things. And they're obviously positive ones too.
Mm-hmm.
All that stuff that we just downloaded from ages 2 to 7, we see show up later in life. What does that be careful message when we don't want our kids to jump off the playground equipment, right? I see
Yes.
it show up in a 22-year-old who's too scared to start a business because he's got playing in the back of his mind.
Yes.
Or I see it show up in, in a mom who says, I'm no good at math, or I'm not smart enough, right?
Wow.
I
Wow.
see it, I'm too afraid to take the risk. I hear that careful message. Where it comes from.
Mm-hmm.
Now, parents, they're trying to do their best to keep us safe,
Yeah.
right? They're doing their job, but that can show up in some negative ways. So, um, and it's, and really our brain's job is to keep us safe. Our
Mm-hmm.
brain's job is to keep us alive. And so it sees risk, it sees, anything having to do with putting ourselves out there to be judged when we're an entrepreneur, in sales, in a message online, any of those things it sees as a risk. And so we fight or flight away from it. And it all comes from those things.
Wow.
So now that I'm more aware of it, so kind of on that foundational understanding of what those beliefs are and where they come from, right? I can see them a lot faster. The great thing about doing this kind of work is I see them, I hear them in other people a lot faster, and I can deal with them immediately in myself. And that's what I want for you. That's what I want for everyone watching, right? I want them to be able to hear that, catch that,
Yes.
and fight that internal bully, right?
Yes.
The one I'm working on right now is a lot of identity work. It's me personally. What I'm working on right now is how I show up, right? And it comes into like what I'm supposed to wear. I'm finding all of those things come up, right? I just need professional. What does a professional look like? What does a successful entrepreneur look like, right? That I'm too big, right? I'm on this weight loss journey for myself, but also because all of that feedback in my mind. So they're all there. We all have them. We absolutely all have them. And so my question is just, how is it serving me? Are those beliefs serving me? That's kind of how I look at it. Beliefs and limiting beliefs.
Wow, that is very good. I really like, I hope this resonates with the audience, how you described how that belief is a thought that's repeated over and over again. When you said that, that made me remember how sometimes people say people lie so much that they actually believe the lie. So that's what happens. They keep telling themselves over and over again that now it's not even a lie to them anymore. It's their truth. And yeah. And I also remember with my son, like, he used to jump a lot. He's a boy. He was very active. And so I was always, don't do that. Be careful. Oh, you're going to bump your head. Stop it. And so then, like, when we go places and he's hesitant to get on stuff, you're like, so why don't you want to do it? Not knowing that me telling him that all that was playing in the back of his head to be careful. So now he's being careful. And now you're telling him, what are you doing? Wow.
Yeah, and they don't. So, and the things that we, as parents, the things that we teach, they're for good reasons. Like we want to be careful. Or just the other day, like as I mentioned, my son is 4, he just turned 4, and he wanted to take some of his presents to daycare. And I said, no, we can't do that. Now, totally logically, no, we can't do that because not everybody has them,
Yes.
the sharing and all that stuff.
Yes.
But because I think this way, because I teach this stuff, I thought, okay, wait a minute. What is the message I'm really sending? Because everybody else doesn't have it, I can't have it either.
Wow.
Well, I don't
Right.
want to teach that, right? Because
Wow.
everybody
Wow.
else
Hmm.
has one, I can't have one. Well, we can't take it. Ultimately, the results of that belief, I don't want to teach. But in the moment, 4-year-old, no, you can't take that toy to daycare. So it's like, how do you,
Yes.
am I teaching what I want them to believe? Like that's how I try to filter, and I make the mistake all the time, right? That's exactly an example that happened a couple days ago. But I try to, at least when something's going to come out of my mouth, I try to think, how is this going to show up for him,
Yes.
right? And
Yes.
sometimes it's just what's going to get us out the door in the morning.
Yes. Yes.
um,
Yes.
yeah,
Wow, wow, that is very good. That's very powerful. So can you just tell us, told us a little bit about your business, but can you just tell us a little bit more about your business and how you help moms and entrepreneurs?
yeah. So as you mentioned, I'm a human behavior consultant. So what that means is I study and help you learn, help clients learn, why they do what they do. What is your first instinct when
Mm,
faced with a decision, when
mm,
faced with a communication,
mm.
any communication, whether it be an email, a Facebook post, a discussion, a conflict? We all kind of have a natural wiring of how we're going to react. And
Yes,
so the awareness of what that wiring is, a lot of that came from that beliefs and behaviors, right?
yes,
What our natural wiring is, and then what's kind of our first reaction. And again, is that first reaction serving us? Let me give you just a brief example. So one of the kind of basics that I look at is, are you task oriented or are you people oriented? We each
okay.
kind of have, it might be 51-49, but each of
Uh-huh.
us kind of fall on one side of that line. Are we
Yeah,
task oriented or are we people oriented?
yes.
But I personally am task oriented.
Uh-huh.
You send me, let's use email as an example and communication as an example. You send me an email, I'm going to send you an answer. I don't tend to default to, hey, how's it going? Hope your weekend was good. Hope your kids are good. And then answer, right? This is
Uh-huh.
my wiring. Others would be all about the people and the
Uh-huh.
relationship.
Uh-huh.
And then they eventually get to the answer.
Uh-huh.
But knowing my own, and when I can, learning to read the other person, I can shift my communication. I can shift the way I'm selling. I can shift the way I'm, working with anyone else by watching their behavior.
Mm-hmm.
To be more, so if I know I'm working with someone who's more people oriented, I can speak differently, to behave differently, right? Just modify it a little bit. I still want to be authentically me, but I can serve them better by speaking their language as opposed to my own. That's kind of the
Wow.
work that I do for for myself, certainly. But when I speak, that's what I teach. And when I coach, that's one of the first kind of basic steps that we work on, of where all of that wiring
Yeah.
is naturally for you, and
Yes.
then how you can learn to read it in other
Yes.
people, so
Yes.
you succeed better and work better with others as
Yes.
well.
Yes. Wow. So I was just thinking, so how, if you have wiring that you don't like, how can you take steps to change it? Because you recognize it that you don't
Mhm.
like it, but it keeps coming up. It keeps coming up. And you're like, so why am I still doing this? So then how do we get,
Yeah.
yeah, a tip or trick on to take that step to start to change it?
Yeah, absolutely. So the first is absolutely awareness, because many people walk through life and don't realize it. They don't even realize how many times they're saying I'm stupid to themselves. They
Mm-hmm.
don't even realize how many times they're judging themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And so seeing the results that come from it, I would say the first step is acknowledging it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The second one is challenging it. So we all have that voice of self-judgment in our
Yes.
head.
Yes.
I call mine, by the way, I think you should give him or her name. For some reason in my head, it's a masculine voice, but I call mine Norm.
Uh-huh.
Okay? And I call mine Norm because he wants me to stay normal.
Mm-hmm.
He wants me to stay average like everybody else. He wants
Mm-hmm.
me to stay fit.
Mm-hmm.
So when that comes up, right, that I'm so stupid, that you're not good enough, you're
Mm-hmm.
not worthy,
Mm-hmm.
no one will buy from you.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I mean, you don't know enough,
Mm-hmm.
right? All of that imposter syndrome, all that stuff that comes up for me. I see it come up for everyone I work with, right? Acknowledging it. And then I have a conversation with Norm, right? I have a conversation, and what I like to do, and what I like to teach my clients to do, is to separate yourself
Mm-hmm.
from Norm, even though it's your brain, right? Saying,
Yes.
isn't that interesting that you chose to show up now? Because typically, when he shows up, is when I am ready to do something that's a little bit risky, like make a sales call,
Mm-hmm.
right? Pick up the phone and actually make a sales call,
Mm-hmm.
or get on stage, right? You
Mm-hmm.
get that thing that's risky. So, isn't it interesting that you decided to show up now? So I teach, pay attention to when he shows up. Again, like
Wow.
when he
Wow.
shows up, because you'll start to see that pattern
Mm-hmm.
of, and so what is it? And then we're going to look at, where did that come from? Where did that belief come from?
Wow.
Right? What is the message that your brain is trying to send you? Is it,
Wow.
good enough, or any of those things?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then we start to have a conversation with Norm and say, you know, I really believe that life, and especially your mindset, is a fight for territory.
Mm-hmm.
And I am not going to give Norm any more territory than he already has.
Mm-hmm.
Like the bully, just like the bully. Hopefully our kids aren't facing at school, but we know it happens. Right? If we don't stand up to him, he will continue to take more and more of my power, more and more space in my head. And so I do, and I teach my clients to, push Norm back. He does not get to take over my brain. So those are just a few.
Wow. Wow. That is really good. That's really good. That's a good tip that, once you recognize it, you begin to address it and tell yourself, this is not me. No, I'm not stupid. Yeah. Because I do catch myself in my conversation with myself. And I'm like, so why are you telling yourself that? Why? Yeah. Wow. Wow. That's
Another little, just when you said that, it reminded me of another little tip. One thing I like to use whenever I catch myself or anyone else saying it, is always go back and say it again, but with the phrase "up until now." So up until now, I haven't liked sales. Up until now, I've struggled with my weight.
mm,
Whatever it is.
mm,
Up until now, I haven't been good at math. Whatever.
mm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
It's saying, it's acknowledging that
mm-hmm.
maybe it's a struggle you've had, or a belief that you've had, or something that you're working on, but it says here and no further.
Yes.
Right? Up until
Yes.
now, but no further. That could be a
Yes.
mental hack,
Mm-hmm.
that you can give as well.
Wow, wow, that is great strategies and information. So, what is you think one of the best career decisions you have made thus far?
Oh, without a doubt, the best career decision was leaving the full-time job and starting a business.
Yes.
I've been in business now almost 6 years. Uh,
Wow.
and I spent in the first 9 months of that or so, I was working alongside a day job,
Mm-hmm.
and took, safe steps to get to the point,
Uh-huh.
where I was ready to kind of step off the dock instead of jump off the dock into the
Uh-huh.
water.
Uh-huh.
Right, I was ready to step off the dock and onto the boat.
Uh-huh.
But absolutely, because I was saying, um, up until up until now, right, up until that point, I had made some pretty bad career decisions, and they were all around fit. They were all around culture fit. And so what I learned along the way was, when I work with clients, when I work now, when I'm interviewing clients and they're interviewing me, but also when I would interview for jobs, I would be interviewing them as much as they were interviewing me. Right? Is this a good fit for my strengths, for my wiring, for the role you're trying to fill, as opposed to, I just need a job. Because that's usually how we come out of school. I'll just take any job. And so, having a few failed businesses along the way, and a few not good fits of jobs, of traditional 9 to 5 type jobs, best decision ever was starting the business and finding a culture and finding a system that worked within my wiring.
Yes, yes. Wow. And that is one, when I asked that question, because I've asked it to several of the experts, and they all say the same thing. The best thing they've ever done is starting their business. So I hope that is an encouragement to everyone, to all of us, that if you are still working in 95 and you want to do your business, that once you do decide to do it, it will be the best decision that you've ever made. Wow, thank you. That's really, really great information. And then I think our last question is there anything else that we haven't discussed that you would like to discuss? And is there anything else that you want to share with us?
Yeah, I do. Because I think when so many people think about mindset and kind of the things that we talked about today, you think about, oh, well, I'll just tackle that one. I'll just check that box. And that'll go away. I'll deal with Norm and he'll just go away. And I'm just here to tell you that you never goes away. I'm sorry, but it doesn't. It doesn't go away, right? Even if you feel like you've got a good mindset right now, and you are confident, and you are moving forward, and you're something like that, it's coming to you. Everything has. I mean, I still work on it daily. And that helps certainly, and I'm more aware of it certainly. But I just want to give you some comfort if you are still struggling with it. That it never goes away. It is constant work because you're going to achieve something new. You're going to achieve a new level. You're going to achieve a new dollar amount, whatever that next level is for you. And then it's just a new voice or a tweak in the way that you think about it. Or we say new levels, new devils, right? It doesn't mean that anything is wrong with you. Having these beliefs, having these, what we might call limiting beliefs, it does not mean that anything is wrong with you. Really want you to say that. You are perfect. You are perfectly imperfect. Right? So these limiting beliefs does not mean that anything is wrong with you. It might mean you have some work to do, right? It might mean perfecting and going through some of this process. But it absolutely does not mean that you have anything wrong with you. So I was going to give that, right?
Wow, thank you. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That is wonderful.
Thank you. It is so important to get into community with other people who will question your self-judgment, right? Who will help you question that voice in your head, whether that's a coach, whether that's a mastermind, whether that's a personal growth program, whatever it is, that's a good fit for you. It is so important to get into community because you are not alone in the way that you think. And we just want to up level the way that you think so that you can achieve, as I said, put your dreams into reality and make what you really want out of life. So to help you do that, I do have a gift for your audience. So the kind of that first step of that self-awareness of how your brain is wired, I have a quiz on my website that will kind of give you a first glimpse into some of the ways that your brain might be wired, of how it's just a starting point, about 20 questions, and will provide you with some immediate insights. You're going to get your results right away about how you approach decisions, kind of topics about decisions, communication, influence. It'll give you some suggestions about how you might need a little mindset shift to get past some of those things. So you go to, and I'm sure you'll put the link in with the video.
Yes.
But the website is valeriezumwalt.com, valeriezumwalt.com/quiz. That'll take you right there. It's about 20 questions. And would love for you to start that process and just kind of learn maybe where you're starting from on some of this stuff. We'd love to help you with that.
Wow, thank you. And thank you for the offer. And thank you for your time. Again, this is Valerie. She is joining us here at the Profitable Business Mindset Summit, where we are giving out strategies, tips, and definite steps on how to overcome your mindset to design the best life you can have. So join us back here again. We're going to have more great speakers like Valerie, and we'll see you soon. Again, thank you, Valerie. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.